I missed my opportunity to West Point. So after about maybe my child was born, a year on the street, 9 months on the street, I enlisted, and came out, and I started doing my thing, cripping again. Well, actually cripping, you know, after I got out. So, and from then on, it's been a downhill but a struggle thing. So, but in all my dilemmas in life, I managed to speak 4 languages. I went to college, and I'm still finna go back to medical school. I just passed the test to drive the train, metro train. So anything is possible, and anything can be done. And I am now a Muslim, and I speak fluent Arabic, and I just left from 8 states, speaking at conference meetings, and I'm writing a book now as I speak. So, you know, my work has been cut out for me, and I've, like I said, I did my time on the streets and I did my time in the pen. So, he was my mentor. You know, he wasn't as violent as I was, and pick up one of them straps as quick as I would, but Alfred's word was bond. If Alfred gave you a green light, you deal with it. But if he said no, we wouldn't deal with it. You know, that's when we was running. I was running Pygmy Strong Family. But when I left family and got into this other whole new thing, this Crip thing, you know, so I became, you know, worse than Yosemite Sam.
Ray Boyce was part of Pygmies?
Well, actually, Green Jacket, they was all basically with us. Okay. Yeah, but he was friend, but, you know, the Pygmies, you know, we kind of like been in Watts all our life, and all we known as, you know, we got hands and we know how to make money. So, you know, everybody respected that call, you know. After today, them still stands neutral, you know. They can go anywhere they want to, but when I go, I got to kind of like stay focused, you know. I don't need nobody trying to get no reputation off my name, so I stay focused, you know. And then I don't trust nobody, so, you know, I don't trust nobody. And I hate that I started this. I could have put this in a whole better and different energy than this here. Now look how I done got.
So you picked up this persona or just the title Crips from Tookie?
Yes, I admired the unification that he had. How when he said something, they executed it.
How about the way he dressed? Did you dress like Tookie?
No, Tookie, him and Jamil and Barefoot Pookie, they wore trench coats with no shirts, Levi's and Chucks, and they was big, and I didn't like the way they dressed, and I got to have me a shirt on my back, you know. But that was his makeup. That was how you recognize him, and that was his style. That's how you knew a Took, you know. But we dressed regular. We came out with the OG dress with the ace deuce, the matchsticks, and the cross in our ears. That's the original Crip.
Tookie hang out in the Jordan Down?
Yes, he did. He had a 65 white 3-speed Chevy with his crazy ass. I mean, drive like a bat out of hell. Yes, he did. He always hung out early with me. Stanley, that was my boy. Yes, he did hang out. And he didn't come over and try to run nothing, rule nothing. We was like this.
Did you guys take up boxing or karate?
I took up boxing, Dwight Hawkins and Ross Schneider's Park. I boxed for like 2 years. And also Jomo Shambili was my karate instructor. We did expositions in the Watts Festival floats, and he was my karate instructor, yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I said Dwight Hawkins. That's who I boxed in San Jose, Mexico, inner city, Arizona. You know, when we went out, we boxed everywhere. Me and Neil Clark, Alfred Clark, Anthony Baylock's out there in Imperial Courts. That's where we started at.
Did you know Lil James Compton?
Yes, I knew Lil James Compton.
Did he hang around you guys or come visit you guys?
Basically, sometime.
Okay.
When we had big parties in the Grandies, he'd pop up.
Who were some of the gladiators back then? The best fighters that you could remember?
The best fighters I can remember with the gladiators were Ray Boyce was one. Alfred was 2. Alfred, they don't want to mess with him today. Alfred, Ray Boyce, Anthony Baylocks from the Imperial Courts, me from the Jordan Downs, Tyrone, and number 5, we got one more, Tavi. I don't know if you know Tavi. Tavi from the Nickerson.
Have you ever fought any of those guys?
Well, me and Tavi had a fight. That was the only one. He hit me so many times. I couldn't see. I couldn't see his hands. Shit. And he hit me so many times. I couldn't see what hit me. You know? Didn't knock me out, but he hit me. You know, he went. You know, we all end up. Yeah, he went to Job Corps and became Golden Gloves up there. So, but before he went, he was bad. You know. So, but I went over to the Nickerson one night at the skating ring. You know, we had skating every Tuesday and Wednesday over there. And me and Tavi got to arguing. So shit, I told him, "What you want to do?" When I said that man hit me so many times, I couldn't do but shake his hand. That was it. I didn't know what hit me. I was standing right there. And I looked at Alfred. Alfred did like this. Yo, I'm messing here. But I gave him a good one. But shit, Tavi was one of the best.
When did everybody start picking up guns and quit fighting?
Well, actually, you know what? When I got out, basically, it was hand-to-hand combat in the early, coming in between late early 70s. Then that's when they start picking up guns and
Crips killing Crips.
And Crips killing Crips, and then they sanctioned this. They living in the same neighborhood, but this side, they same neighborhood, but this side got this parking lot, this side got that one. They beefing with this parking lot in the same hood. So, you know, they just gave it a black eye.
Earlier, I should have asked you, when you formed the Jordan Down Crips, who were your blood enemies?
My blood enemy was Claudie Clay. Space Ghost was one, which was the leader of that was his lieutenant, Bishops.
And what was going on with the bounty hunters, Swans?
Well, see, the Swans, I had a few incidents with them at parties, but they never came out of their ways to come over in our projects to ride on us, and we never came over their way to ride on them. But the true enemy really wasn't even the Nickerson with Ray Boyce and them, because when I cut it off with the Green Jack, we were still friends. Little Johnny, Ray, Coco, Bay, you know, them Michael, DeRoe. I mean, we started bounty hunting. So, like, you know, when I caught one of them out of bounds, you know, my boys catch them out of bounds, I made sure it was all hands off, man. You know, no, can't touch them. We grew up, no. They was hot about it because they had that Crip blood thing in them now. But I had compassion. You know, I grew up with these boys. See, they didn't know Ray and the brothers living in Nickerson before I did, man, because we were Green Jackets before then. See, and they came into play after that with Crip things. So it was all hands off with the brothers in Nickerson. I wouldn't allow it. Joe Barker, none of them. And then when they caught me, as a matter of fact, I was kidnapped one night. Ray kidnapped. They pulled up on me, kidnapped me, and they wanted me to turn bounty hunter. And I told him. They took my strap from me, put me in the backseat of the car. I wasn't scared, you know, because I felt that love, but it was on a whole different level, you know. And they take me over there, and we talked, and they wanted me to switch up, change my hood to bounty hunter now because they was catching it from Carver Park. So, you know. So, you know, I told him, look, I am what I am, man. I'm too deep in it now, man. You know, and we made a little oath, a little pact right then and there. You know, I told him, man, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, I ain't finna let none of my boys do nothing to y'all, man. So, you know, so they didn't, when they caught me out of bounds, it was the same thing. But the only ratchet thing was about that when the police caught us, put us in cars because they did me in GTA like that. I had a 25 automatic. If I hadn't had that in my boot, I'd have been dead today. They caught us and put us in the car and dropped us in the middle of the Nickerson projects. That's when the youngsters started forming in the gym field and got on the loudspeaker and said, we got Crips in y'all neighborhood. Dropped us up in the middle of the field. So, you know, and I'm looking, they coming out of everywhere, and I'm looking. And I said, gee, he said, T, we done. I said, no, we ain't, homie. We ain't done. I said, stay behind me. So when I got close to him, the end of the gym field, around by parking lot by 112. As soon as I got in the end of that gym, they was coming out. I went in my sock, man. I pulled mine out and get off. When I get off, that cleared the way right there. We just broke down Compton Avenue. They chased and went down the back of the tracks and we got to the Watchtower. But the police was initiating a lot of that stuff, putting on red, coming in lowrider cars, and they were doing a lot of crazy stuff, man. And we finally, I got wind to it. You know, I had to tell Ray and them before he rest in peace. They got wind to it, man. It's not us, and we know it ain't y'all, man. It's the police. It was police called Yellow Duck and some other police. They were doing some foul stuff to us, man. You know. Came over to the projects with about 18, 20 cars, 6.8 Chevys. You know, they all had them 6.8 Chevys. And he would caravan through there when we first started out. He caravan through there, try to spook us, scare us, and we all looking. So then they come through again, and then he wanted to talk to me about joining up. By that time, I'm at the point where I don't want to drink red Kool-Aid no more. So I ain't never finna put no red rag in my back pocket. You got me twisted now, you know. So then he told me, he said, well, then if you don't want to join us, it's war. And so I told him, I said, check this out. Cuz, if you come through here riding again, you got issues. You're not leaving out of here no more. And that's what fueled it right there. So they tried it. When they tried it, no cigar. So we've been at it ever since. And then the real issue was, we never stood foot on their neighborhood, and they never really got out in ours until they killed one of the homeboys on the other side. Earl, they blew his heart out. Remember the wafers? Yeah, they was with him. They blew his heart out, so that's what made me go on. So the Crips wasn't really what people said was. The only thing that twisted the Crips into doing what they was doing, see, when the young brothers came into play, the young cuz, when they came into play of being Crips, the police cannot disguise themselves now because this crew here was hot-headed. See, we had leaders, our boys, we had leaders up under ours. Whatever we say went. We said don't go handle it, it wasn't nothing to be done. If we said we talked this over, that was it. That was it. But now with the youngsters coming up, which were hot-headed, didn't have no structure, because now they don't want to listen to a G. And then not only that, some of the G's that became G's started getting on dope. And they started losing the respect for them. That's why the first thing they tell you, oh, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. Nigga, you on dope, you know. But the only ones that still respect the call of the OGs is Mexicans. They don't give a damn how much their OGs dope they shot. Once they get straight, they finna follow their orders, and they ain't finna go against them. And that's how I tried to line that up with some of the G's. You know, let them know, hey, man, look, he been there and done that. It ain't like he done lost what he used to do. He just lost in touch with himself. So don't knock him. So, but now when the youngsters came into the play, this is when the police came with the concoction. I call it concoction, the 42 fake. They started putting on red, blue, honchos, red honchos with rags, and start getting off on the young hood. And now the first thing, yeah, blood shouting, and all the time it's the police. Yeah, cuz shouting, all the time it's the police. This is what they was doing. You understand what I'm saying? And now, they don't have sense enough to investigate this because there's no structure to tell them, hold up, let me go see what's happening. So they on impulse. That's why we got a lot of them in the pen right now with life. Behind not what really initiated between one another. It was the 42 fake put in the game, which was the police. Kept them at war.
When you guys formed, was it really to protect your neighborhood?
Well, actually, it was when we formed, because we had some real rotten police. I had 2-3 youngsters in my project. Daryl McCall got shot in the back, shot down in front of all those kids out there, and all he did was stole a car and was running. They shot him in the back in front of all those kids out in the back.
So was it formed against the police?
It was formed against the police, and to me it was. To me it was, because I had a lot of run-ins with them. And not to mention, I hate to say, but I'm gonna mention, they gave me a float out of town for 10 years. I was so tough. And I was picked up broken nose, ribs, mace spray in my eyes. And I knew they wouldn't take me to jail because at that time, Firestone had 97 side and LAPD had this side. And when they took me in the alley on 97 side LAPD, I knew they was finna kill me. And they thought I was. Left me in the alley, broken ribs, broke nose, and I'm still blind in one eye from mace. I mean, reached over in the back seat before they put them cages and kicked me all in my face. And when they let me out the police car, I mean, against the police car, beat me in my ribs, and that was about the third time. And then when I hit the ground, it kicked me about 5 more times when it cracked my ribs, but I had to play like I was dead. If I didn't, they would showing up would have killed me. So, you know, it was them all the time. So, and that was where my beef was. Because they ain't never been about us, never. So, you know, that was my thing. I went to school, I consider myself an educated thug. I went to school and everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I speak 4 languages now, and I'm very, very skillful with the judicial system. It ain't a penal code they can use that I don't know about. So, you know, I'm very skilled, and that's how I did all my time, by getting my head and my mind together, exactly coming out. So I don't know where I'm at now and where I'm going, but I know one thing, I've been speaking at a lot of these conference meetings, and I know Allah got something for me to do, because if he didn't, I wouldn't be here. I've been shot in the face, I've been shot 5 times, stabbed in the heart, and ran over on the freeways, you name it. I've been on my deathbed 3 good times, and God brought me through. So, and I ain't crippled, I ain't old looking, and I can still jump up high, you understand me, and however you want, but God got a purpose for me, because I'm a good spokesman, I am a leader. That's what I am, and I love it, and I've been doing this, and I just got back in the States July. Cut it back on for a minute. Everything that I spoke in terms today, I don't feel like it may be incriminating, because this was my life, it was real, and I'm just gonna say it to the camera, however you look at it, I couldn't really give a damn, because it was what it was, and it is what it is today. And all I got to say, all you brothers who might be looking at this, you young brothers, take heed. Education is powerful. It's what you need. Opportunity is out there today. Accept the opportunity from these people. They're not your enemies. The biggest battle that man fights is within himself, and not nobody else. You see, it's not the years in life that count. It's the life and years that matters, young brothers. And with that said, Assalamu alaikum.